It's the 14th of April 2024 and you're most welcome to the Nilecast Weekly News Roundup on your West Nile Television, where we give you the highlights of the news bulletins of the week every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumiringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that made headlines throughout the week. Muslims across the world on the 10th of April 2024 celebrated Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. In Arua City commemorated Eid al-Fitr at Arua Primary School playgrounds with a call to end criminality, which is on the rise within the city, most especially in the areas of Central Division. Farish Majid reports.
Muslims across the world today on the 10th of April 2024 celebrate Eid al-Fitr, which marks an end to the holy month of Ramadan, where they have been fasting from dawn to sunset. At our primary school playgrounds, one of the prayer centers, most of the speakers of the day centered their speeches asking an end to the criminality, which is on the rise within the city center, most especially in areas of Central Division. This call follows the increasing spate of criminality within the city center, ranging from drug abuse, theft, and robbery using motorcycles, where the criminals target those with phones and handbags. Honorable Tima Jackson Butili, the Central Division Member of Parliament, condemned the increasing rise in criminality among the young people, as he says efforts already underway to addressing some of the challenges that the young people go through.
This criminal act, I want to condemn it with the strongest words that it must stop. My youth of Arua Central, I have a deliberate effort for you. I have invited the Minister for Youth and Children, who is coming here on 26th of April this year. When he comes, I am going to give the youth challenges to him in my speech, and some of which I've already submitted to him, and will expect answers how he can try to address some of the challenges the youth are facing.
Meanwhile, Deborah Ronald, the chairman of Arua City Chamber of Commerce, urges the relevant stakeholders to join hands in finding solutions so as to end the criminality among the young people.
Right now, there are over 2,000 people involved in these various groups. So everybody needs to think. It is not one person to think. Every leader spends sleepless nights to think about these boys and girls. We will get a way forward. If we use force, we shall not manage. We have used force for years. But the more we use force, the more their number increases. So all in all, we need to be creative and make these young boys busy. But even as their parents, train a child to grow in the right way. In the line of religion, in the line of skills, in the line of education. Then eventually we shall curb this criminality.
Abbas Hamza, a Muslim believer, explains the relevance for celebrating Eid and how the day should be honored.
Eid is a festival for joy, celebration, and sharing with neighbors. As a Muslim, you're supposed to begin your day by prayers as usual. After prayers, you then prepare a feast for your friends, regardless of their religion. You have to call people together. It's a time for celebration. We must come together and celebrate. We look at our neighbors who have less. We celebrate together with them so that the day is joyous for all of us.
The day also witnessed people converting into the Islamic faith as they were officially ushered into religion by the district card of Arua Sheikh Abu Jafar Karala.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Islam karibu mujib kita wali hata liki mujira. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Eid al-Fitr is one of the two official holidays within the Islamic calendar and marks an end to the holy month of Ramadan, where Muslim believers have been fasting from dawn to sunset. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories as investigations are underway on the missing baby from Koboko Hospital located in Central Cell, Upper Ward, South Division, Koboko Municipality. Koboko District Police in Koboko District have arrested 3 of the 11 suspects that were summoned to give their police statements. This was revealed by the Senior Superintendent of Police, Anguchia Josephine, during a press briefing about the investigations concerning the matter. Take a look. The Territorial Police of Koboko District are still investigating circumstances in which a newborn twin baby girl was stolen from a woman identified as a Fekuru Baifa who hails from Maracha District at Koboko Hospital located in Central Cell, Upper Ward, South Division, Koboko Municipality, Koboko District. It is alleged that an unidentified woman stole the newborn baby girl after the mother returned from cesarean delivery at the theatre to the ward in the hospital. Lamiro Lewis, the in charge of the maternity ward, Koboko Hospital, stated that the hospital and police have done the necessary steps of ensuring the recovery of the baby, such as the arrest of suspects and radio announcement, among others. She further stated that the hospital has laid strategies on ground, such as identification of hospital attendants and establishment of strict visiting hours policies.
Indeed, it is true that the incident took place on 29th of March 2024 at around 8 when the baby disappeared from the mother. It so happened that me, the in-charge, was here on the ward and they left it before the mother was brought back plus the babies to the ward. And the midwives called me when I was already at home at around 8:30, informing me about the loss of the baby. And there were two babies, female and male. The female was the one which disappeared, and according to the midwife, the mother was together with the baby on the bed, already transferred from theatre, and the unknown attendant also came to claim to help her, and then picked the baby and disappeared with the baby. Up to now, we are still in the loop to find out where the babies are, and some suspects were already arrested and released on police bond. They are reporting to police every week because of the incidents, and some red announcements were also made to find to inform the public about the incidents. So this one doesn't mean that nothing has been taking place. Some steps have been taken place. One of the steps is putting the responsible officers in and being released on bond, and then the announcements were made, and we are also struggling further to find out if we can get the mother with the baby. And I'm urging us all, the community members, to join us in a group of or in search of that baby. And this shouldn't discourage mothers from coming to access services. Our biggest challenge here has been the overwhelming number of attendants on the ward. It made us not to know who is attending to who, then making somebody to come and pretend as an attendant, yet we don't know them, which led to the incidents. We have laid strategies on ground whereby attendants are provided with the cards. So when you don't have a card, you're not supposed to access the room. And we're also strict on the time of visiting hours. When the time has expired, the SCARA brigade comes to support us to chase those visitors to leave the ward, and only leave the attendants who have the tags, and we expect them to hang the tags on their chest for easy identification.
The West Nile Police spokesperson, Senior Superintendent of Police, Josephine Anguchia, in a statement to the press, stated that 11 suspects were summoned by police to issue police statements and were later released on police bond.
As investigations kicked off at Koboko Central Police Station, about 11 people were summoned to police to record statements to assist police in investigating the case of theft of the twin baby girl. And out of the 11, 3 were arrested, but others were summoned. All of them were issued police bond, that is police form 18, and the forms were attached to their case file, and the file was forwarded to resident state attorney for perusal and legal advice. So that's what has been done so far, but the prime suspect has not been got, and the baby has not been recovered yet.
The Territorial Police of Koboko District are still carrying out investigations on the matter. The prime suspect still remains at large and the missing baby is still not recovered. Okumuringa Christine, for West Nile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories. During the International Women's Day celebrations in Zombo District, women leaders have been called for deliberate empowerment of women and widows if gender-based violence cases are to be addressed. The belated International Women's Day celebration for Zombo District was organized at Alangi Sub-County, Zombo District. Take a look.
As Uganda celebrated its Women's Day on 8th March 2024 in Katakwi District, a section of women leaders in Zombo District are calling for deliberate empowerment of women and widows if gender-based violence cases is to be addressed. The women said empowering women and adolescents, girls, is key in transformation of life for development in Zombo District. The recommendations were made on Thursday 11th April 2024 by Gracer Team, Deputy RDC Zombo District, during a belated International Women's Day celebration for Zombo District organized in Alangi Sub-County, Zombo District. According to a team, despite advocating for women's rights in Uganda, women should not take advantage of their rights to disrespect their spouses. A team added that there is a need to appreciate the significance of women and widows by both government and partners. Senior Presidential Advisor Honorable Kuyushin Grace Freedom says empowering women with skills and knowledge will help in reducing cases of gender-based violence, teenage pregnancies and early marriages, which is affecting socio-economic development of both women and men in the district.
Afoyo mahotel we district ni tundi sawa maeni. Afoyo kine matunda benenu bana kuban sub-county. Tela pamon kudu dokingesh. Tela pamon shumatira. Enere moye. Afoyo jadid Museveni kakelu. Jumamon itela. Afoyo udok mabe.
Honorable Esther Foshan, Zombo District Woman Member of Parliament, who doubles as Commissioner of Parliament, said they are committed in ensuring that they address the challenges related to sexual reproductive health among girls and women. In her remarks, Honorable Esther said men should love their wives and the empowerment of girls should be a concerted effort by both parents and local leaders in the district.
Tin adong kungumi kurudo kunyaya. Pirangonya pasho ashukumaya. Biblia yaro kumai. Shua Omar mon mu. Eni shik ma Biblia mire. Biblia gamwa ashukumai niya. Shua mon uor shua ku. Kumeningo? Esha shik ma Biblia mire. Manyudunia ijal kainwa ngodaku mumeri no. Esha is surplus. Na ngomon washo bedu de kujal mwamaro ngote karebe chengole maweshi wiesha zo. Watish mwasha lumegutie ni woro shuo mani woro shuo gwami ot. Kumeningo?
This year's International Women's Day was celebrated in Katakwi District. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, over 200 million shillings was raised for the construction of the Mahdi West Nile Diocese Golden Jubilee Office Block located in the diocesan headquarters in Mvara, Arua City. The Mahdi West Nile Diocese held the 7 years anniversary of transformational and pastoral leadership of Bishop Charles Collins Andaku, the Bishop of Mahdi West Nile Diocese, and the mega fundraising drive for the construction of the Golden Jubilee Office Block on the 7th of April 2024 at Emmanuel Cathedral, Mvara, Arua City. Take a look. On the 7th of April 2024, Mahdi West Nile Diocese held a 7-year Thanksgiving ceremony for the pastoral transformation and shepherd leadership of the Bishop of Mahdi West Nile Diocese, Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku, and the mega fundraising drive for the construction of the Golden Jubilee Office Block at Emmanuel Cathedral in Mvara, Arua City, with the chief guest preacher, Right Reverend Ponzozele Awinju, and the chief guest, Right Honorable Annette Anita Among, Speaker of Parliament, represented by Honorable Feta Godfrey, the Member of Parliament for Ivo East constituency. Over 1,000 Christian faithful friends of the diocese, religious leaders of different denominations, members of Parliament, local government leaders, business community, and the general public converged to give thanks to God for guiding Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku through the 7 years of pastoral leadership of the diocese, and to also extend support to the construction of the Golden Jubilee Office Block, which is in its second skeleton level construction. During the opening remarks, Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku, the Bishop of Mahdi West Nile Diocese, thanked God for his guidance and wisdom throughout the 7 years of transformation leadership of the diocese. Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku also urged the members in attendance to extend their support to the construction of the Golden Jubilee Office Block located in the Diocese of Mahdi West Nile headquarters in Arua City.
Today we have 13 archdeaconries, 152 parishes, 6 sub-parishes, and 685 congregations. It is enormous, and God has been gracious to us for day one up to this time, and this is the reason why we want to say thank you. Can you join me really to say to God thank you? I want to thank God that for the 7 years He has not made me to stumble. I praise God for His name. The second reason why we are here, which is the most cardinal reason, is to join the COC, Planning Committee, and the Project Committee, and the Synod of this diocese in raising funds to support the mega project called the Golden Jubilee Office Project. We shall appreciate you if you join us in this struggle. Make a mark, make a brick that will write the history of this Golden Jubilee together.
The Bishop of Nebi Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Ponzozele Awinju, applauded Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku for his humility and transformation agenda for the development of Mahdi West Nile Diocese.
Bishop Collins has always amazed me. He has amazed me because in his 7th anniversary, he should have been looking for opportunity like many other church leaders who want to look for the slightest opportunity to bring people and gather money towards the retirement. But this is a man who turns around to use the opportunity for building the diocese. That is very amazing. What a humility, friends. And this is the person we have come to celebrate. This is the person we have come to say, God, thank you for giving us such a character. Thank you, God, for giving us somebody like that who does not want to be above God. These are a demonstration that he acknowledges his whole life is based on God's grace. Such humility can only come from somebody who acknowledges that God, I am all I am because of your grace. Hallelujah.
Honorable Oguzuli, the Member of Parliament for Maracha County, commended the church for their visionary leadership that has planted a seed which has brought together different religious denominations for the transformational development. Honorable Oguzuli Dennis further commended the church for their accountability, urging the government officials to emulate accountability in the government institutions.
While seated here, I'm able to see the Lord bishops of the various denominations and the head of the Islamic faith and other religious leaders seated, all pursuing what my friend called the transformation agenda, and because of such visionary leadership of bringing people together, I want to thank the Host Bishop for planting the seed. Accountability has now taken root in the church. This is also good news. I therefore want to invite our government to learn from things like this. Because in the government systems, accountability is unheard of. And it is very, very important that when accountability takes root in church, the people who are Christians or who subscribe to these various faiths should be able to take what they learn in church to their places of work so that we have something working for.
Honorable Feta Godfrey, the Member of Parliament for Ivo East constituency and representative of the Chief Guest, Right Honorable Anita Among, the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, congratulated Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku for the 7 years of transformational pastoral leadership of the Diocese of Madi, West Nile.
I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to congratulate the Right Reverend Charles Collins Andaku upon 7 years of transformational pastoral leadership. And I want to thank you for the manner in which you have constituted the project management team and the way you have assigned for us. Within 2-3 years, we can see a magnificent structure coming up. Without a defined source of income, but faith and the spirit of transformation. We raise a contribution of 25 million shillings. She said this is to begin with, because the project is still big. We have not been asked the president to formally contribute. And after here, we'll now be asking the president to formally contribute. Together with the synod as the element of parliament, the president's track record is very clear. At an appropriate time, that contribution will be made. Me and any political party will be transferred to the diocese project account 5 million shillings.
Construction of the proposed 4-storied Golden Jubilee office block is estimated to be 7.8 billion shillings, and so far the diocese managed to receive a total of 86,262,131 shillings. A total of over 221 million shillings was raised from the Thanksgiving and mega fundraising drive for the construction of the Madi West Nile Jubilee office block. Okumuringa Christine for West Nile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories, development partners and Moyo District local government officials visited Moyo government prisons to show their solidarity to the inmates with calls for reconciliation and settling minor cases within the communities instead of taking the matter to court. Okumu Dominic reports.
The visit to the government prison is to show solidarity to the inmates and understand the plight of the inmates in order to collaboratively advocate for their rights. Honorable Batio Joyce, the Secretary for Gender, Labor and Social Services in the district, said the prison is too congested and implored the local government of Moyo to engage the community through community sensitizations so as to reduce on the crime rate and the problem of congestion in the facility.
But what I've noticed here is that I think the government, especially the local government of Moi district, need to do a lot so that the numbers of the inmates here can be reduced. Because from the look of things, the number in the prisons is really increasing. It's increasing. They are about 237. 37 will be big because the prison facility here is not even sufficient enough to accommodate that number of people.
Mr. Sekemwere Mohammed, the head of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee Moyo Field Office, who doubled as the head of the delegation, re-echoed the need to promote reconciliation and cohesion among the community members, both the nationals and the refugees, so as to foster peace.
The magistrate, to see when conflicts erupt, they are managed at community level, but also the issue of alternative to detention. Alternative detention also help to resolve problems when someone is within the community. So we also bring projects to the community that we call them peaceful coexistence projects, like water, hospitals, schools, where the locals and refugees are getting services together and they bring cohesion.
Buhinjiro Benjamin, the magistrate, one of the Chief Magistrate Court Moyo, encouraged the people of both Moyo and Obongi districts to consider solving some minor disagreements within their community instead of taking every matter to court.
I want to encourage people in Moyo and Obongi especially to always find ways to reconcile and solve some of these issues at the family level. It's very important, especially for matters that are not so serious, that are not so controversial. You can sit at home and resolve. And I think for us at court, at the Moyo Chief Magistrate Court, we try to always promote reconciliation. Because even if the person goes to prison, they are going to come out, you're going to live in the same community with them. Understand? So it is very, very important that you prioritize reconciliation within the community. That's how you live well together. That's how you'll prosper as a community.
The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee Moyo Field Office, with the sister agencies, donated assorted items such as jerrycans, mats, soap, sanitary pads, underwears, among others, to the inmates at the facility, which was established in 1961 by the then governor to punish offenders. The facility was established to accommodate 120 inmates, but as of yesterday, the facility had 138 inmates, both male and female, with the highest number of inmates being the youth. It's from this background that the authorities are calling upon the public in the area to consider solving some minor disagreements within their homes other than taking every matter to court so as to decongest the facility. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, residents in Pakwach district have been urged to be ambassadors of positive change so that they can become good innovators to cause development in the district. This urge was made by the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Pakwach District, Twaib Achille, during the commissioning of the majestic Nile Hotel, one of the tourist sites in Pakwach Town Council, Pakwach District. Alfred Jawok reports.
The Deputy RDC Pakwach District, Twalib Achille, has challenged residents of Pakwach District to be ambassadors of positive change so that they become good innovators to cause development in the district. Achille urged communities of Pakwach District to make use of the available tourist sites to generate income which may make them earn money to fight poverty. He was speaking on Saturday, 6th April 2024. As guest of honor during the commissioning of Majestic Nile Hotel, one of the tourist sites in Pakwach Town Council, Pakwach District. According to Achille, many youths have been engulfed in dubious activities such as robbery, theft, among others, which is a disservice to the growing development.
Earlier on, I decided that the people of Pakwach required what we call mindset change. Mindset change literally means that your understanding of the society. Our people still believe on those days understanding of the society in pre. occupied mind late hour levels. One, people believed that those things of witchcraft, going into the bush, what still exist. But this time, the world has changed. Therefore, people's minds should be swiftly changing from the preoccupied mind or occupied times to the current world. One, the current world is too digital. The current world you can know anything at any time, at any point t. So, by still keeping yourself so fixed, therefore your mind has not changed. So my people of Pakwach still believe in those things of witchcraft, witches. They call them jokes, joggers, what? But these things are not there. These things are not real. I've been here. I've been for 1 year, and this is the time that they should know that doctor who has put on this structure. And those days people will say, if you put a structure at home, you will be bewitched. But doctor is here, he's still living.
Meanwhile, Dr. Gabriel Uyiroth, the proprietor of Majestic Nile Hotel Pakwach, said this country depends on creative people who can cause development in their areas. He encouraged businessmen to inspire young people to start businesses so as to fight unemployment in this country.
We have development in this area as well, because there was nothing of this quality in this area, and there's of course a lot of lack of opportunities, lack of resources to help people move up. And so this is a golden chance for us to attract people to come and visit this area. There's a park nearby, so guests can come and have a pleasant time here. There's also the Nile, which is a wonderful opportunity to enjoy a boat ride and also have to chill out here. And there's also the opportunity in northern India, especially in West Nile, for you to be near the park. Arua is nearby.
Recent research done by Love for Peace Initiative LOPI, a non-governmental organization working in Pakwach district, indicates that many youths have failed to do productive work to sustain their lives, and poor mindset change is the biggest challenge in fighting poverty. Pakwach district is a gateway to West Nile region, and it has many tourist sites such as Machishon Falls National Park, Wanglei Cultural Site, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. During the Eid al-Fitr prayers at Nur Islamic Primary School in Moyo District, Muslims have been urged to embrace parish development model and desist from joining wrong groups so as to improve on their household income, promote peace and security in the district. Okumo Dominic reports.
The prayer, which marks the end of the Ramadan period among the Muslims, brought together hundreds of Muslim faithfuls within the district to pray and share the word from the Holy Book. Mr. Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner Moyo, urged the Muslims to embrace the parish development model so as to improve on their household income, and warned them to desist from joining wrong groups so as to avoid cases of insecurity in the district, saying the district has been peaceful all along, therefore urged the Muslims to promote peace if they want to realize development.
I also want to ask the Muslims to identify the existing government programs, especially PDM. They should take advantage of it. Muslims are business-oriented people. They should take advantage of the road infrastructure which is coming to the district to do business and connect with the countries surrounding us. We want to ask them to take advantage of this development. And I want to assure the Muslims that they are in Moyo district. I have not received any insecurity complaints about the Muslim community living in my district. So I want to ask them to continue to cooperate, resist any attempts to convince them into things which are subversive. My district has been very peaceful, and let them continue with that peace.
Honorable Anyama Williams, the chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District, urged the Muslims to focus on hard work and train their children to work hard so as to promote development, adding that for them to be able to achieve development, There is need to send all the children to school, saying the government has invested a lot of money in promoting education, which resulted in the establishment of Nur Islamic Primary School as a model school which the Muslims need to impress.
Yes, that's the message I want to give Muslim community in Moyo and elsewhere is the culture of work. Because if we continue to be poor, then we shall not be able to afford our basic needs in our families. So I want to appeal to Muslim community to work very hard and to teach culture of work to the young people so that we grow up with the positive mindset on work. Secondly, many Muslim children are lagging behind in terms of education. I want to appeal to the Muslim community to spend the resources in educating their children.
Honorable Chandiga Caesar, the chairman Local Council 3 Moyo Town Council, urged the Muslims to venture into business, saying Muslims everywhere are known to be good at doing business, therefore they need to join business so as to improve on their household income. Mr. Jamal Abdul Nasser, a representative of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council in Moyo, urged the Muslims to observe the teachings they got during the Ramadan period and avoid backsliding in their faith.
I want to urge Muslims, one, to honor what they had been learning, what they had been practicing. They should not go back to what they had been doing bad, because the Holy Quran has taught us, and we who are practicing, we should insist that we should not go back to what we had been doing bad. So let's have the celebration peacefully, and also the month, the years after to come, let's move slowly, let's move peacefully to the next Ramadan, to the next Eid celebrations without any distraction to humanity.
Mrs. Malis Zumra urged the Muslims to celebrate Eid al-Fitr with their brothers and sisters in different denominations and help the needy.
As they have written in Quran that when we are celebrating, we celebrate together with our fellow Christians. There are also some people who are not able to get money. They also join the day together so that they will not also feel that they are left out of place.
The Eid al-Fitr is the day that marks the end of the 30 days of mandatory fasting in the Islamic faith, during which every able-bodied Muslim is expected to fast and extend almsgiving to the needy so as to reconcile their relationship with their Creator. After the fasting, the Muslims are expected to avoid going back to doing wrong things which can make them to get contaminated again. I'm Dominic Antonio Kumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, Ajumani District LC5 chairman has expressed disappointment of the National Resistance Movement party leaders' illegal registration of citizens with the names of NRM without the approval of the NRM chairperson, Ajumani District. Wanzima Alan reports more.
Leaders in Ajumani District are seeking for clarification on the matters of Upper Land as the National Resistance Movement registrar have sent some team on ground doing registration of citizens with names of NRM without the consent of NRM chairperson in Ajumani District. Speaking to journalists on Tuesday, 9th April 2024 at Ajumani District Local Government Headquarters, Honorable Anyama Ben, the district chairperson, expressed his dissatisfaction over the party leaders who are doing illegal registration in the area. He, however, appeals for clarification on the Upper Land from the government of Uganda.
Who is from Noya sent a registrar, and they've registered about 13,000 people in the Upper area. And he has created 37 villages in Upper. It is total illegal, and that is corruption. That is doing things with impunity. It is illegal. It is the use of force by government to chase the people of Mali from their land. I want to assure the government that the last Mali will die there in Nepal. I'm on NRM, fine. But I cannot be accepted. Being NRM does not mean that I should sell my land freely to the government. I want to repeat that the last Mali will die in Nepal. We shall not accept
our land to be taken by force by government.
Honorable Jackson Oloya, the NRM chairperson at Ajumani district, said Apa is not a village but it's under Aliwara village in Itirikwa sub-county, Ajumani district. He further says people in the district are not comfortable due to the uncertainty surrounding the land, so red channel should be followed since the land is for wildlife reserve.
In Uganda, there is no village called Apa. Apa is actually a lower village. And during the period of registration, we requested them to come and register in a lower village. Some members came and registered. Those were in that side of Apa. But I wish to point out to you that sometimes our people are filled with disbelief, terrible sadness, quietness, and unyielding anger because of the way sometimes our NRM secretary handled things of the party. Apa is in a tremendous registration going on, we are not informed. Until we have to alert the security personnel to find out what is happening.
Efforts to reach to NRM Secretariat under Richard Todung at the time of filing this story was futile as the reporter could not reach him. The long-standing conflicts between the Mahdi of Ajumani and Asholi of Amur district over Upper Land has led to displacement of many locals, and that is why the leaders are calling government to settle the matters as soon as possible. Peace Oshaki, Onjima Alan, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, former students of St. Joseph College Laibi under the umbrella of the Laibi College Old Boys Association have started using sports to help mobilize funds to support the education of vulnerable children in northern Uganda. Stephen Okello reports.
Imagine meeting a classmate after 10 or 20 years and doing what you used to do in those years. Running alongside the one you used to fear, having the guts to even stage manage, bully on the one that used to do the same while taking porridge or having lunch. But this time, these old boys of St. Joseph's College Lajibi, joined with old students from other schools in the region, are doing this for humanitarian assistance for the vulnerable children.
Traditional schools have enrichment in terms of inheritance. So that inheritance helps us to see that the several resources we have in terms of the talent we have developed, they should come back, doctors, engineers. So marathon here, we want to crystallize it to help to generate income for purpose of scholarship scheme. We are going to create Lakoba Bursary, which we want to pay many vulnerable students who will come out of this sub-region so that we put. It is not only actually sub-region, we are looking West Nile, the entire Uganda.
Joyfully, as they mentally participate in a marathon to boost their self-esteem, reduce stress while participating in the marathon which was organized by Lakoba to support the vulnerable children as well as restoring environment.
But we should also look into poverty, which is now ridden our community, so that we start cooperative association, investment clubs, where we invest
to make sure that we
that is the way to go, and that is why I'm saying this association can really be an engine to fight poverty in the region, because they are already having so many specialists, they have some capitals, they have some exposure and experience, and if they pull that together, they can start a very good project for socio-economic transformation of this community.
The marathon also attracts some of the key leaders from the region, like the former leader of oppositions in the 10th Parliament of Uganda, Bete Aolo-Chan.
And is also to enhance the spirit of the sport, but also to associate us, even when we are out of now the institution, we still care about the institution. We still want to see what happens in the institution and to see how we can join hands together with the administration of the school.
It was more than a marathon. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And that viewer marks the end of the Nilecast on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumaringa Christine. Have a good evening.